Okay, we're going to be looking at question number 3 now, which says Canadian researchers hope genetically modified mouse gut cells will free diabetics from dependence on insulin injections. Diabetics fail to produce insulin, causing excessive levels of glucose in their blood. The genetically engineered mouse produces insulin in exact quantities required to balance out daily glucose fluctuation. The hope of the Canadians or Canadian researchers or whatever. So the hope of the Canadians is based on which of the following assumptions, right? So you're given the entire argument and they're asking you what is the assumption that they have, right, for the premise leading to that conclusion. So what is important to notice over here is that the Canadian researchers hope that genetically modified mouse gut cells will free diabetics. Okay, and what is the problem? The diabetics fail to produce insulin. The genetically engineered mouse would produce insulin in exact quantities, right? So the assumption has to be related. A says insulin injections used by diabetics help maintain the sugar levels in their bodies. True, it's a fact, right? But then how do the mice fit into it, and why the Canadian researchers experimenting on the mice over here? So you have to take that into account as well. Therefore, not a possible answer choice. The genetically modified mouse will alter the genetic of the diabetics also. Not possible, right? In diabetics, the daily glucose level is not maintained at the normal level. Absolutely true. It's a fact. But then again, why would the Canadian researchers experiment on the mice and hope that they would be able to free the diabetics from dependence, right? So how? Again, not a possible answer choice. D says mouse gut cells function in exactly the same way as pancreas of human beings, which are responsible for insulin production. Plausible enough reason, right? So why would the Canadian researchers in the first place experiment on the mouse gut cells unless and until they were supposedly functioning in a similar manner as human pancreas, right? They want to look at the first sentence. It says they hope genetically modified mouse gut cells will free diabetics from dependence on insulin injections, right? So they think that maybe the mouse gut cells function the same way as pancreas do, and therefore they are experimenting on that, right? Therefore can be a possible answer choice for an assumption why they are doing this action in the first place, right? D can be an answer. Let's look at E. Insulin injections are very expensive and cause, again, beyond the scope of our argument. Therefore we can't think about this as our possible answer choice.